Okay, I'm going to try to keep this simple. I want to make a little recording on how, as a teacher, you can get logged into Newsela and start classes. So that's what we'll do. First thing I'm going to do is go over and type in Newsela. And I did mean that, Newsela. Then you're going to go ahead and sign in if you have an account. If you don't have an account, then you're going to go ahead and join, okay? I'm going to click on join just for a minute, and then I'm going to go to my sign in so that you can see what my account looks like and how we can find articles. And hopefully we've got some data in there. I know Katie, my daughter, took a test for me, so we'll see. All right. Oh, sorry. It already said that I'm here, so it's already got me logged in as Newsela. So I apologize on that. If you sign in or sign up, I will show you some of the things that you'll be looking for. So I'm going to go ahead to settings. And under settings, here's my profile. So when you log in, it's going to ask, are you teacher? Are you student? You're going to say teacher. It's going to ask you a little bit to set up your profile, science teacher, languages, and I think, let's see, yeah, those are the only two. I chose both because I believe that there are articles that you can have in Spanish also, and I think that's cool. And then classroom technology, we have a one-to-one classroom. Okay, if we look at my account, when you are signing up, this is what I'm registered at. You wouldn't register as me, you'd register as you. And our school, so Liberty High School. I didn't put Iowa City Liberty High School, it's Liberty School, or Liberty High School. If you look at this little tab here from faculty, and again, I got here underneath, this is Marianne McGrane under my settings. The faculty that is at Liberty that also has signed up and uses Newsela, here are the teachers, okay, that are here. We can see Peggy right here. Peggy's got 8 students that she has and she uses Newsela with. All right, so if you ever want to invite different faculty to join, you can definitely do that as well. Okay, let's go ahead and do a search. If you are here for the first time, you're in and you want to see what kind of lessons they have. Let's say that we want to do a lesson on global climate change and greenhouse gases. I'm going to go ahead and do climate change, greenhouse, and we'll see what comes up. It's thinking. And then these are all of the different articles, okay? And so you can kind of go through and look at what you want. You've got anti-Greta's, difference between climate and weather, climate change makes blizzards more stronger. This is the one that we're going to go ahead and choose for this week. And it says, let me pull that up. If the world doesn't act, climate change will dramatically change the oceans. This one deals with oceans as a sink, and it is talking about how as the oceans warm, more ice is melting. So we've got a lot of review up to this point. We also have something in here where it says carbon dioxide is an example of a greenhouse gas, how that's created when too much is released. The earth, carbon is released, the earth traps atmosphere, warms up, all of that. So that is what you would look at if you like it. You can also come up here and change the Lexile. We can go max, okay, and then you'll notice, let's just go ahead and look at that first paragraph. The planet is in hot water, literally, that will have dire consequences for humanity. Great. If I go down to the lowest, it says oceans are heating up. A new study on oceans explains what this means for people. It could mean big trouble. So it's changing the words. Also, when you do that, it changes the questions in, let me move my face out of the way, changes the questions for the quiz that's at the end. So if we look at the questions here, it says, read the paragraph from the section, Changing the Oceans. So it tells the students where to go in the actual article, and then it will give them a question and some of the main ideas. Now, I'm pretty sure if I change this, it should also change the question. So here's the new question. According to the article, rising sea levels, which cause which will cause severe consequences. So it does not then tell them where to look in the article. Okay, it's differentiated where now it's just saying through the whole article, where can you find this information? And it gives them these, and then it'll say, okay, which question do you want? And for the teacher, it gives us which is the correct answer. So when you look as a student, you will read the article. If you've already looked as what the student sees, you read the article, and then at the very end of the article, it will say then, it'll say take the quiz. And so we can go ahead and have them take the quiz. Now, if you want them in the future to do a written response, but we don't like the written response that they've given us, we can go ahead and edit that written response so that we can go ahead and change that to what it is that we want. But I think for this, we're just looking for a multiple choice kind of section. All right, so that is that. As far as what we have, you can go ahead when you are getting ready to assign this. You have to make sure that you are picking the appropriate lexile at that time, because what I found is that when the kids go in there, they cannot change the lexile. It is going to be the lexile count, the level of reading that you send out as an assignment. So that's something that we need to be aware of. However, if I go through and do this as a student, and depending on how I answered my questions on the quiz, the function of the program is that the next article we assign, it will then adapt and change so that it will be at a different level than what we gave. It'll look at that student, have their accomplishments, if you will, on the reading, and then they will make an adjustment for them. So that's pretty damn cool. Okay, let's go ahead and go to creating a class. So if you go, also when you are searching, if you really like something, let me go ahead and do another search. Let's say I want to do something on elephants. Let's do something that we know, sustainability. Oh, human population. How about I say resources? All right, so human population and resources. Humans and animals depend on trees, dwindling freshwater resources. Let's say I really like, of course, the best ones are going to be in the front. Environmental impacts of our... I like this one. Relationship between hunger and war. I'm going to do that one. World history, but it has also to do with, as resources dwindle, we might want to go ahead and go to war for your resources if you've got more than us. So I'm going to go ahead and look down here at what we have available. I can share this if I want to go ahead and share it through these, if I want to share it with a teacher or one of my students. I can add my text to a text set if I want. I've got 2 text sets set up. This is just something where if you want to go ahead and have the kids do multiple and you assign it, if you assign it, it will then assign all of them, all of the texts that you do. So I don't want that. Oh, nope. Cancel. I'm going to go ahead and save this though. And when I save it, my content has been saved. I like it. It'll be in my saved folder. If I want to go ahead and unsave it, I just click that again and it has been removed. But I'm going to save that because that looks really, really cool. Okay. So let's go ahead and go up. Oh, let's look at these features. This is again, just search. Back, please. Back, please. Oh, for heaven's sakes. This is all articles about the election. This is any kind of news. You can go ahead and then again, there's that Spanish button so that you can switch to a different world language, Spanish being it. My content would be here. All of the save things that you like. If you want to go shopping around and save things, you can. Save text at your school so you can see what other teachers have done. These are my text sets. So if we look here, okay, fine, leave. We look here, then you can see that if you have certain things that are together, like this one is separate, these are together, okay? So that is something that you will look. All right, let me now go to, that's that. Here's my binder. If I want to go ahead and look up information on some of my students as far as how they've done, we can do that and look at some reporting. But right now, let's go ahead and just set up a class. You come over here to your icon and you go to settings. And under settings, you can go, again, you see your profile and your account that we looked at. We're going to go ahead and go to classes. These are the classes that I have set up. I did a test class, and then I went ahead and did ESS period 1 and ESS period 5. Now, we need to kind of talk about if we want to go ahead and start low, where we assign something where everything is maybe 8th grade, 5th grade reading level, and then as they progress through, they will get bumped up or stay at a certain reading level if we want to keep it simple. Or I will go ahead and create a class so that for my first period class, I can have a higher level. And for the kids that need maybe a lower Lexile account, I can go ahead and create that. So I'm going to go ahead and do just a star ESS period, period 1, 2020, and that little star is going to let me know that that is going to be my my accommodated, my differentiated version. And then I'm going to go science. So that's what you do. Put in your class name, what grade, my subject is science. I'm not going to turn this on because this is only going to be then articles recommended for elementary school readers, and I'm not going to go ahead and choose that. I'm going to go ahead and do create class. And then my class is right there. I'm going to go ahead and hit this button, class name, and it should go ahead and put those two classes next to each other. So I've got that, my accommodated version with my little asterisks, and then I've got my regular class. And each class then will have its own class code. Okay, so that when we are pushing this out, you will then push it out to certain students. Okay, when you have your, you generate your email addresses. That's the only kind of downside on this, is that you will, for example, if I go over to my mail and I say compose and I type period 1, I've got all my period 1 students. What I would have to do is go through here and I would have to get rid of my period 1 students that I would want to have the accommodated version, and I would have to just go ahead and open up another one and then paste that, pushing out that differentiated version. So that's something that we need to think about. Okay, back to this. I've got my class taken care of, no problem. Then if I want to add my students, I come over here and I say add students, and we have two options to add students. You can go ahead and copy this link, and then again, come over here, open up, compose. Since this one had an asterisk to it, that would be my differentiated, and I could just, for each class, send to the kids that I want to have that different reading level. Or you can go ahead and give them the code, where you're going to, again, do newsela.com and then say, hey, go here and just put in this class code. I think this is easier because it's got the link and the code all embedded. All right. You'll also notice that when we clicked on this more over here, there was a quick start guide. If we click on that, it is a way for the students, if you looked at the email that I sent you, this was part of it, how to join Newsela with a class link. And so if they already have an account, this is just a reminder that they can go in and do it. Again, this is with the class code. If it's their first time, they can go through, and this is a step-by-step process, very easy done. For them to navigate. The big thing is we want them to do their school email. I know when I sent it to you, it was, hey, could you please just use, another account because it'll recognize you as a teacher, and I wanted you to go in as a student. So there are the instructions for the class link for that. Or down here at the bottom, it's with a class code. And so this is how they would work through that. And you can make a screencast or send this as an attachment, as I did with you. So once they are there, And I already have, you'll notice that I assigned something to you for our class test, so that when you put in your information, automatically it popped up and it had that first article that I wanted you to read. Great. Let's go in to my binder and see if we can find any information. Looks like we've got some activity. We also have some reading summary. So I'm going to go to this activity feed and see what we have. Okay. So I have one person that joined. I've got one person that viewed an article, and I've got somebody that submitted. This was Katie, and she submitted. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Notice it's got the blue circle there saying that I have not looked at that yet. All right, Katie McGrane. Let's see how she did. Oh, she did bad. She got every single thing wrong for reading comprehension. Not great, Katie McGrane. Also, to let you know, after you take the quiz, what they can do is it doesn't make them, but they can go back and review each of the answers that they got wrong or right. So after they're done, it says review answers. It immediately gives them their score, and then they review their answers. All right. Oh, she got a 1 out of 4. All right. So if we want, on our end, we can reset the quiz, and we can have them go back in and redo the quiz if that is something that we want. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, so it shows the incorrect answers for her, if you want to do that. I know that there was something that we could go ahead and pull reports. Let's go to the reading summary. My binder again, I went down into reading summary. All right, let me get my face out of the way again. All classrooms, summary, include activity from outside of this class. No, thank you, just inside of this class. Want to see your students' progress? Heck yeah, I do. Let's see if I can download the data. Let's see. Oh, I download assignment data with Newsela subscription. You suck. Let's see if I can do this. Free access. Sure, why not? I'll try it. Maybe this is because... Okay, so it says that I've got free access. Let's try that again then. I want to go to my reading summary. There we go. So all I did was type free. Oh, wait, what happened to it? I want that. Huh. All right, well, I'm not really sure what's happening here, because it says that I'm already in there, and it says to prepare distance free access to my entire suite. Newsela supports distance learning. If your school is already closed, Newsela can help learn more. Free immediate access, individual teachers, get instant access. I want that. All right, so I will dink around with this, but that was kind of like what I wanted to show you as far as all of that. If you have any questions, just bump me an email or something. Hopefully that helps. We can go ahead and get some information started for the kids. Again, it's just an extension, but I hope this helped a little bit, and peace out.